Distinguished guests and invitees, all protocols observed. To ArcelorMittal South Africa, congratulations on the acquisition of the rail and structural portion of this mill and the creation of a company, AMRAS, ArcelorMittal Rail and Structures. Localization and certainly benefication of our abundant resources has spoken about widely and in more recent times has been highlighted as a must-do for our economy. Local industries are being looked at to create greater employment opportunities, and it is therefore imperative that focus be given to developing competencies and capabilities which reduce our reliance on imported products, particularly where there is a clear opportunity to beneficate our own local resource base. This was the main reason that Anglo-America, back in the 1960s, invested in the construction of this Highveld steel mill. AMSA's acquisition and drive to reinvigorate this mill is a clear statement of intent to commit to the South African steel market. The rail component of this mill is of particular interest at this time where significant developments in the rail industry are afoot. As a very long-standing customer of AMSA, we at Clyde Industrial Corporation, particularly through our subsidiaries Railcore and Zack Steel, have been a supporter of local sourcing of railway products for over 50 years, in particular products out of Newcastle Works. Now, with a significant step forward into the production of AMRAS for fit-for-purpose 40, 48 and 57 kg heavy mainline rail in an R260 vacuum degas grade, we look forward to supporting further localization and are encouraging the use of the rail not only in the South African market, but also within the greater continent, which aligns with our experience where we are currently facing a fast rising demand for African-made products. Hearing about the capabilities of the AMRAS mill, the story behind this acquisition, the visionary thinking and positioning of AMSA to support the country and the continent is extremely exciting, and we expect the market's reaction to be overwhelming. We hope that this launch and our ability to engage constructively today will enable ever greater interest in this initiative and may, in the near future, result into more mainline rail products to be sourced locally. International standards also encompass the use of an R260 vacuum degas rail for railway applications. And so I believe you have invested wisely in this mill, and we would encourage you to further invest in the future toward expanding capabilities and capacity in this mill. There's already a visible demonstration across the South African and regional railway network that heavy mainline rails from this plant have been used cost effectively and lasted for decades, whenever diligent maintenance was exercised. In our experience, we often found these rails in places across the Southern African network. The perception that only the highest international standards that are often required in countries with advanced rolling stock, with higher speed performance, heavier axle loads, and extreme curvatures are an absolute necessity may require some reconsideration. Such a higher standard approach has resulted in a perception that only international source material will be applicable into our market, and therefore this has resulted in the bulk of our mainline rail being imported, to the detriment of the production of our own production assets and skills jobs in the industry. More than ever before, the Clyde Group believes that in these globally changing times, there must be merit in rebalancing the choice of continuing to support our infrastructure with imported material. COVID-19 and the ongoing war in the Ukraine certainly taught us some lessons as a country, as not only freight logistics has become a hurdle, but also numerous developed countries have decided to refocus into their own regions, with, for instance, Europe, USA, part of Asia, curbing or completely retracting international offerings, leaving the African buyers at considerable business risk. Therefore, refocusing our efforts into developing local solutions and supporting local productions becomes critical. To the CEO of ArcelorMittal, Kobus Fisker, and your team, we take today the opportunity to pledge our commitment to supporting locally produced mainline rail and to continue carrying this positive message across our domestic and African stakeholder base. The rising interest from the market in this AMRAS development in recent months is a clear sign that a locally produced product, both fit for purpose and allowing for sourcing stability in this volatile global scene, has been long awaited. Import substitution and benefication is being achieved, and every little bit will help our economies on this continent. Be assured that through this investment, you have also brought some confidence for us to continue our local in-house abilities of servicing and value-add rail product ranges and accessories. We look forward to growing our relationship with you, and together with your commitment to the local economy, we are very upbeat about the future of rail manufacturing in South Africa in order to support local procurement, the requirements of the African continent. Kobus, I once again congratulate you and your greater AMSA team on the newly acquired AMRAS production facility and look forward to seeing it go from strength to strength as you build local capacity and extend capability. Thank you.